Alright, so I noticed that the other video was like 30 minutes or so I decided to make a separate edit video here. And starting off, nice battle. We won a German victory over here, pushing away some more Russians. Likewise over here, same result. Oh, actually, no, this is Brest Ludovisk, so we're defending here. We're chasing an army, so we'll let them do whatever. Right, so again, German victory. They're bringing in a lot of cavalry over here, which is kind of surprising. We managed to do some damage in regards to cannons too as well. It's not bad, not bad. This is not really that well. Looks like, yeah, an Italian army managed to push back some of our guys. That's actually kind of startling, to be frank, but hopefully that'll change for the better. Right, chasing after that army here using Max, yeah, von Helsing again. Alright, so the Italians have decided to make their push now, and they're starting to, they want to, yeah, it looks like they're starting to crawl up onto these, the weaker fortresses on the border here. So that makes sense. We'll see what we can do about responding to this, because we have a lot of reinforcements. Like coming from last episode, we're coming from the first portion of this episode. Yeah, we have reinforcements. They were originally sent to the Eastern Front, but yeah, we might put them here. I had expected that the Italians here wouldn't attack so soon, but I guess if they do, I mean they do, right? There's not too much we can do to change that. Taking a look at their armies, there's not bad. I mean, it's a lot of infantry, so breaching these fortresses will be kind of difficult for them. But they're attacking the two that one only has a fort garrison, the other one only has one set of these defensive bunkers is the thing. So overall, there's that. In this area over here, we have a nice set of fort battery guns. This area is not that strong, but it's decent. So let's see. This army actually isn't even worth defending against, so we'll railroad our guys forwards. The Italians, because they don't have any artillery guns, they should take quite a considerable amount of time sieging those areas, so we'll let them do their thing. Over here, let's see. You know what, honestly, an army corps can hold this location. I'll shuttle 4th Army over there. So we'll see what we can do here. Let's see. Some army garrisons surrendered over here, so that's good. We managed to capture this town. 2 armies are here now. Both of them have decent cohesion. Let's get Army 2 here to continue forwards. We'll get them to turn their posture on to just simply assault. And hopefully we'll see them in Velki Luki soon. And we'll make a... yeah, that'll be 2 turns, or 2 tiles towards Petrograd, so that's not bad, and we'll hopefully be able to drive them faster forwards now. So that's one thing. Over here, we want to make a quick offensive play. Some reinforcements are coming here. I do indeed need some units up here to defend the Minsk railway, if you will. So yeah, that's that. What's happening over here? Random Pavlokan. Oh, he actually has a force, and that's actually quite close to our backlog of forces here. Alexander's force is quite weakened, so we'll make an assault here now. Hopefully take those guys out of the action. Managed to capture more and more Russian artillery, so the Russians are really giving up on those things. Either way, over here, we have fortress sealed up. We don't have the power to take it, though, is the thing. Over here, we should be able to take that core down. That'll be another surrendered blob of guys. Let's make a stab over here. And over here, no, we didn't capture anything over here. Checking out the fortress. Make an assault. So that should take these areas. Holding them won't be too bad. Main thing is that I noticed that it's early June already, and with that said, we should hurry things up. Let's see. Get this army back on the railroad network, and I'll get them to defend Danzig. Yeah, I think we'll move a few army corps to defend Danzig from this army. It shouldn't be too bad. Königsberg has a pretty big fortress in it, so it should hold by itself. All right, so that's that front. Over here things look good, and on the Italian front, their armies they're not. Yeah, honestly, they're not strong. It's just that we don't have. Yeah, it's just that we don't have things there. Is the thing. So let's see. I need to assemble these corps better. I'll get them to combine here. I'm gonna check for any 3-star commanders to lead this entire blob here. But I mean, at this point, you know what? There's honestly no real point in checking the commanders. We just have so many guys ready here that we might as well just promote every single one of them to Corps Command if we can, really. So yeah, there we go. Now we have a few corps ready, but nobody to lead these corps. So, yeah, still nobody. Damn. So in that case, we'll take this guy out. We'll get the newly found detachment, the Central Power Corps here, with a massive overstackage of infantry and all. And this is just a force that we're going to ship down to the Austrian border to defend here. And again, those fortresses should be able to hold. They don't have cannons. The Italians don't have good cannons. The little cannons that come with with infantrymen, they're honestly not very strong. So that's good. That's good for us. And over here in this region of the world, I don't see any defenses over there. And it looks like our planes managed to get some accurate information onto this army right here. In that case, I think it's not assault time because we don't want to attack the town in the event that he flees into it. But we want both of these armies to march in. This is evidently a corps, not an army. It matters because, let's see. Oh, actually, they're commanding beyond what he should be. Right, so in that case, let's see what we can do here to solve this problem. Let's get him to disband this corps. He has a general under him, which should be able to assemble a much more better fighting force, for lack of a better word. So we'll get the general. We'll see whether or not he's activated, or whether or not we can just make... Oh, I see. They can only combine 2 units. Well, no, let me try this again. Can they make... Can we make 2 plus 1 artillery? Yeah, we can. So in that case, we'll do the heavy artillery here. Make that a corps. That should artificially bump up their combat power. Now let's see. Damn, I really should have gotten this to set up beforehand, but like, yeah, I can't make this force an army to get full benefit of all of the people he commands. So let's see. What can I do? What can I do? Oh. There we go. That kind of solves our problems. Oh no, it's still at 90, still really, really low. Oh, actually, this is the next leader in line, so we can make this an army. It's not going to cost us anything. That's good, because that makes the penalty only 33%. So that was a nice fight. That force might have been the army that we had combined earlier. So in that case, I'm going to lock both of these forces now. Yeah, and I think that's all we can do really to prepare this area for this attack. So we'll get both forces to march on Nish. Now that they are they're now assembled, that's good. The other thing is that because both of them are armies, we can get them to synchronize movement, so they'll arrive at the same time. If they want to attack us as a spoiling attack, either way, he's going to have 2 armies to deal with, and that'll push into Serbia. Northern front over here, the Russians don't seem to be making any offensive plays into our back ranks, so that's good. In that case, we'll make a few plays into their areas. Let's get 2 forces to go forwards, hopefully take on that objective town, and then sweep over to Azerbaijan area. And that'll be it for this turn. Okay, so here we go once more. Day 1, battle at Fortress Lutzen against this guy once more. His force is starting to drown out. I think he used to have like 90-some thousand troops, and now it's 20,000, so that's disappearing. And over here in Ivanograd, I think we were assaulting a fortress over here, so this must be the battle for it. We'll let the game do its thing. Yeah, definitely a fortress. Ooh, we almost. So close. That core had 37 hit points, or elements, I believe, and we did 36. Right, so that's that. Over here, this guy was on attack posture, so I believe we were beaten back into the stronghold, perhaps? Or they made a push into something. Fighting over Africa continues. I think they pushed us back into the colony capital, if you will, there. So that's not bad. Over here, we're chasing this force. Minor losses, so nothing too terribly bad, or nothing too terribly great. And over here, yeah, Radomir Putnik is the leader here. I think we'll just use long-range artillery to do what we can to soften them up, and then we'll see what we can do about pushing in. Yeah, they went with the static deployment defense. They're gonna go do machine guns with the infantry that they had. Makes sense. So luckily we didn't commit to an infantry assault, and let's see how many gun battalions do we bring. We brought some field artillery regiments. Those only fire when you're close. They're more or less infantry guns, really. I think they're more so used, or later on they'll be more so useful for taking out tanks. We had a few army corps with medium artillery too. I don't see the heavy artillery that we have. We have a set of railway guns here, so those would have been useful. But we did indeed have a lot of artillery relative to theirs. Plan didn't work, but nevertheless, I mean, it saved us on the infantry wave assault losses. And that's one more turn done. So, I noticed that the game turns are getting longer for their processing time. It might be just because, you know, the Italy front is open and the game needs to process all of the turns there. But, yeah, just be mindful of that. I'm actually watching a documentary about World War I tanks at the moment, just because, you know, for the mood, really, and because a lot of the, like, or no, I shouldn't say a lot, but a good amount of the vehicles carried over. Well, I mean, the lessons, right, for one, so it's quite intriguing on that note. Anyhow, let's see, let's get into the game. There we go. Now it is late June. How many troops? Oh wow, 21 units finished, and oh yes, the Air Force is done, so that's good. Overall, our morale sets at 113, so despite, you know, a little bit of war weariness, our guys are quite happy, so that's nice to know. Right, so going back to the front actions, let's see, movement in Russia still takes the piss out of our guys, so that's it's rather unfortunate to say the least. And let's see, we'll detach a detachment, get them to garrison the fortress, or, you know, the place here, and we'll get this army to follow we'll get first army to follow second army. They're going to press forwards, and I'm really going to try to hurry up with the stab into Petrograd, and we'll get them to do their thing. So right over here, some of our guys are mounting the defensive, though they're getting smart now. They're trying to intercept our forces. Don't really know what what are they doing? They're going for Königsberg first. That's the stronger fortress out of the two, and it's not like they can make an assault on that. So we'll ship people over. We'll see what we can do about taking it. Really, over here we finished off this guy. Get our core split up like that. Over here, I think he only has supply things left, so that should be a fairly easy battle. Over here with the people sealed up in that fortress, that's going to still take a few turns to finish off. These guys moved fast. Wow, I'm just rather surprised that they're over here now. We should have a small division guarding Brest-Litovsk, so they might hold, they might not. Probably not, though, in all honesty, so that's that. Let's see over here von Hindenburg's troop, because they were set on to entering the structure afterwards, after their major assault. It looks like they regained a decent amount of their cohesion. We could get them to wait one turn, or alternatively we can get them to stab forwards. We have a lot of artillery, so if we move forwards, honestly, I'm pretty sure, I want to say that there's no risk to it, but that's a pretty bold statement. In that case, I think we'll get these guys to move forwards. This railway system over here is changing towards our control, so that's good. And this front over here, I guess things are just progressing slowly, but that's usual for the Eastern Front. That's that. In Berlin, oh, that's right, we already shipped troops from Berlin, so that's good. On this front over here, they are... I don't know what they're doing over here. They've already assembled their forces more than once, and they're just bouncing, changing it up. So I predict that they're going to make a assault sooner, sometime soon enough on the front here. It's just that it doesn't seem like anything is coming down so far. So that's that. Let's get a few infantry. Let's get these corps assembled now. Having trouble finding places to put the little unit icons, but I guess we'll detach these corps just as is. So now we should have, now we have a operating band of forces for this region, so that's not bad. Over here, let's get these guys shipped over to, no, if they can railroad to this town, to Graz immediately, I'll just get them to do that. I'll get them to go on the offensive as well. We'll do that over here. Let's get these two to make a jab into the town here, forwards, and we'll see whether or not they can take on those guys. So that area is developing nicely, and over here we managed to capture the portion. We managed to go forwards, and we managed to take over a portion of this area right here. So that's good. Closing on to Pavel Randenkampf's forces. Wonderful news. Alright. How are our armies doing here? It looks like this guy's force over here took the vast brunt of the blow here. And yeah, his artillery guns and all are low on cohesion. We still have another corps ready, though. I want to see whether or not we can use this to our advantage and really make a push onto Randenkampf's men here. We're going to gas him, too. So that'll be good. Looks like right now, the reason... I know earlier I said we'd build a lot of munitions factories, but it looks like we're actually stockpiling a whole ton of those, so it doesn't look like we need to. Right, so fighter battalion is ready. We'll get these shipped down to... If I put them in Metz, it'll be risky, because we will hold on this line, but that'd be risky nevertheless. So I think we'll just move these guys there. Let's see. On this front, I think we'll build the last of the German heavy artillery, or some of the German artillery, and I think we'll call for another wave of infantry for the front. The thing is that the French are just amassing so many of those soldiers. I mean, one thing that we do have to consider, too, is the fact that not all of those soldiers can be on the front at one time, so they'll have to attack us in waves, and because we have defending artillery guns and trench lines and all that, it's going to cost them a lot if they make it through under the assumption. It'll cost them a lot nevertheless. But at the same time, I know that we should be building up our own divisions here, so we'll do something like that. Right, so that should be good for infantry. A lot of stuff in this area of the world is also finishing, so let's get the forces of Austria, which are ready in this area. Let's get them to meet up in their capital. We'll get them to make a push, or we'll get them to stack up, and we'll use them for some purpose either way later on. Bronze done, Budapest. Right, so that's good. Once these guys form up, we can use these promoted generals to send them into battle. War plans, checking some of the political options again. Let's see, what do we have here? So we have some sort of uprising inside Africa. And oh yeah, so Italy must be on the in the war on the side of the power on the Western Entente powers, I guess. So that's good. Ottoman Empire is on our side. We can start a rebellion in Libya, which will apparently take forces away from them, so we will. And over here we can fire off another event that will give us a advantage in the realm of something else. We will do that, and we'll also fire off the research thing, which brings our stack of cash down to a perfect amount, so that's good. And all on the front here, I swear I sent the spies over here. They must have, they haven't arrived or something, because they're not in my capital anymore. So that's good. Now, so I think we've handled this area of the world, we've handled this area of the world, taken a look over here. Let's see, these two cores are very low on cohesion for moving into mountains. That makes sense. We'll get them to sit down for now then. And we're still holding up on this front, so that's, everything's good. Checking out in the colonial area. Our forces over here have been assembled. Colonial region or colonial troops are ready. And we could try to make an offensive play here instead, though. I think we'll just do defend for as long as possible and let them send one wave before we launch an attack. Alright, and we're back. Oh hey, no regions thing this time, so that's kind of weird, but alright. So, stalemate battle at some fort. It would be much better if they showed us where. Looks like some bad dice rolls just made it so that our guys just never had any good accuracy. Alright, so saw something very intriguing, that Italian battle. We managed to push back some Italian units, judging by the looks of it, but the thing is that I saw some French officers there. So, like, you know, make do with that what you will, but it looks like the French might be, excuse me, trying to move some units through that area. So we're going to try to go with the suppression fire doctrine once again, and I'll see what we can do about pinning these guys down. Whew, very, very costly. These guys, however, they still managed to do a lot of damage. They were still pretty well entrenched too, but we managed to break through. We managed to push them back. Yeah, they went with forward machine gun doctrine once more. So, very costly victory. And let's see, what is this? Brest Ludovisk should be garrisoned by some troops. Alright. Okay. So, lots of things happening there, and I think we'll just leave off here for next episode. But it looks like, yeah, a lot of the Italian corps, they're being led by French officers. So that's one thing that we had to know. We might have to, yeah, get to know these people and see what their stats are in a bit. But it looks like currently the most pressing issues are, actually, this area is the Italian front seems good for now. The most pressing issue right now is just getting rid of these backlog units messing around in the Minsk Express line. Really, as soon as we can get those guys out of the way, I think everything will be fine here. Yeah, because we can't let these towns stay captured. In Minsk, though, yeah, we still have a lot of supplies, though, so we should last for quite some time. Over here as well, 180 units, and our guys have pushed forwards here. There's actually no supplies at this town, oddly enough, but alright, fair enough. So, yeah, I think we'll come back next time, and let's see, 6... Counting from over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 6 from the town, 7, 8, 9, 9 provinces away from bringing the fight to the Russian capital. So it's close right now. I mean, so long as we have supplies and so long as we have the security going here, Second and First Army might be able to bring the entirety of the Russian front down in a while. Checking whether or not there are any air fights just before we leave. Doesn't look like it. How's our morale doing? We should have used gas as well. Yeah, we used gas, so that helped us out on the front here. And even with gas, his troop is still quite deadly, to say the least. So that's that. See you guys next time. And yeah, it doesn't look like there's any airplane battles as well. So yeah, bye bye for now.